Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're having a good day so far. We're back in Oakland Zoo again, and we're going to be doing a lot of detailing in our reptile house today. So far your feedback's been really good, so thanks for that. Last episode hasn't gone out as of recording this one, so I don't know what you think of what I did in the last episode, but I'm just going to crack on regardless. So let's look at this middle area here today. So this is our dwarf caiman habitat, which is looking really nice already, but it definitely needs some more detailing. I had an idea for something to put in the middle, so I'm going to crack on with that. I like the idea of there being a sort of a plant feature in the middle here. I'm thinking of using this piece. Now let's just see, is that, yeah, that's going to look nice actually. In fact, I might even be able to fit a couple of these in. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a group of these. Probably need it to go, actually I can probably get away with that, can't I? Yeah, that looks good. So what I'm thinking is some kind of palm in here. Oh, that already looks quite nice, doesn't it, actually? Let me just play around and see. Yeah, I probably need it to be, yeah, I want it something with a bit more, excuse me, a bit more shade. It can't be too tall. That's too big. That's too small. That is probably about the right height. The reason I'm doing a sort of a tropical look is because the roof over this area is going to be glass. So I feel like I can get away with having a slightly more exotic plant styling in here. Oh, I don't think I can have that. No, that's way too big. How about the banana plant? Ooh, hang on. No, that's too small. I think I was probably right first time. I quite like these actually, so I might put one of these underneath it. But I do think that is probably the right kind of height and design. Oh, look at that. It's actually climbing up on it a bit there. That's interesting. Don't know if I'll leave it like that or if I might raise it up a bit so they can't do that. Okay, let's do this then. Let's group these three together first so that it's easy to work in. Right, so I do like these, and I'm wondering if let's get rid of the angle snap here. I like these things. If I can kind of get one or two of them in, just leaning a bit of an angle, coming out the side, I think that would look really nice. Maybe get a small one over on the other side here. Actually, that one might be too small. Oh, I don't know actually, I think that's going to work alright. Might just turn it a little bit like that. Good, good, good. I like that. I don't need too much in here. I don't want it to look too busy. I do like these. I don't want a line to surface. Let's just get rid of that. Don't want a nice big one. Let's have a look, see if I can make this look good. I don't mind if it actually hangs down into the water a little bit. Yeah. No. Yeah. Don't know. What do we think? Can I get away with that? Actually, do you know what? I might try and get away with having it just raised up a little bit. I know, you know, technically that's not touching there, but I think you can kind of get away with that sort of thing, can't you? Let's put it in. I think what I want to do actually is maybe turn this. Oh, hang on. How can I? Yeah, I want to just twist that around a bit, I think, like that. Maybe actually just lean it a bit more as well. There we go. That's good. So we've got a triangle effect there. So you've got a plant in each point of a triangle like that. Yeah, I quite like that. The only other one that I was considering was the lobster plant. So let's just see. do like the lobster. Just not sure if it's going to fit in. Depends whether, yeah, I can just about lean that at the right sort of angle to make it look decent. I wonder whether I can get another one out the side here, potentially. And then I kind of want something maybe dangling over the side here, but I'm really not sure what's going to work. Actually, there is a new ivy. It's a shame they don't design anything to go around corners. So all these pieces, obviously they're flat, which is not really what you want. Right, hang on. I need to get this at the right angle. Let's have a look. Okay, I need the angle snap. Not sure if I can get this to look decent or not. Yeah, that's not bad. Hang on, I think I probably need to just drop it down. Maybe, yeah, I can't have it too far back, unfortunately. But yeah, that's not bad actually. Depends whether I can get another piece there. I think maybe get the angle snap off and then I can just be a bit more precise. Hang on, I need to, let's get back. Okay. Yeah, actually there is, let's just see. Yeah, there are some smaller pieces actually. That's going to look better, I think, using a smaller piece. There we go. That's all that needs, I think. It just needed a little something in there. Potentially just a little bit of colour in there might look nice as well. Hang on, let's get onto this again. What do we think to actually having a little flower in there as well? Yeah, I don't mind that actually. There we go. I like that. I think that looks pretty cool. So I'm wondering, I don't know, but I'm wondering if I might get 2 of these in. Like this, just to create something of interest for the dwarf caiman to swim around. Let's just check that they can still get around. Okay, so they can't quite get around the edge. So this one needs to come in a bit. And that one needs to come in a bit. Good, there we go. That's nice. They can swim around them in all directions. Not sure why this little dude is hungry. Maybe I haven't got enough keepers looking after these guys. It is in a work zone, I believe, isn't it? Let's just see if I can highlight the. No, it's really hard when there's people everywhere. I want to select the the barrier and not the people. Yeah, it's really hard to do that. You can't. How do you click on a barrier and not? Does it? If I do that, does that? No. See, that goes into editing then, doesn't it? It's really tricky to click on a barrier, especially when you can't see the gate either. Okay, hang on. Let's come out into here. Staff work zones. Yeah, reptile habitats. It's 5 habitats. You know what? I think I need more staff, don't I? Yeah, I've only got 2 staff. Okay, let's get some more keepers. Yeah, because these guys are busy. That's cool. So I mean, there's 5 habitats, so let's get 5 staff onto that work zone. So reptile habitats, and reptile habitats. That should help. Because we've got our keeper hut there, so it's not like they have to walk far, but you know, there are 5 different habitats for them to be feeding, watering, cleaning. So yeah, one per habitat makes sense. Right, so what do we think of our little plants in here? I like that. adds a little bit of interest to everybody, really. So that's cool. Okay. I was going to put a little filtration unit or something, wasn't I, down here? Might look kind of nice. We've got those, was it air vents? Yeah, see, I really like these pieces. Let's I don't know if this is going to sort of make sense, but I want to cover that up, basically. That's the only reason I'm doing this. But I think it could be kind of fun if I have that in the corner there, and then use this piece on the front. Oh, look at that. That pretty much matched up perfectly, didn't it? And then if I come into my special effects and put bubbles, and get that put into there, that's kind of fun, isn't it? Makes it look like it's doing something. Filtrating the water, yeah. And you know what I might do? I might just, whoops, completely the wrong button there. I might just group those together, make them a little thing, a little group, and then I can easily duplicate that. I kind of feel like I might actually want another one in here, because it's quite a big area of water. So let's just copy this and get another one over this side somewhere as well. Let's get it, yeah, something like that in the corner there as well. Nice. I like doing little details like that. It's just a bit of fun, a bit of whimsy. Doesn't really do anything, but it's yeah, it's good. I like it. Cool. Okay. So the actual water in this, I don't really need to do anything else to. You know, if I was trying to make it all look natural, you'd cover the floor, you'd put more foliage and stuff in. But you know, this is a realistic habitat. That's what I'm going for here. And realistically, this is exactly what it would have. It would just be just water, concrete, not a lot else. So I'm fine with that. I don't feel like I need to do any more than that. Let's get their back area looking good. So I need a door, don't I? Let's get the door in place. What sort of doors do we have? You know my issues with doors. I don't like any of them. I mean, that's a nice looking door in a way. It looks a bit sort of jungly. Let me just check. Where is it? Yes, it's on this back wall here. Okay, let's add that on. Let's just sink that in like that. I think that's roughly in the middle. Yeah, that's close enough. Okay, that's good. I do wonder if I might do more work back here with foliage, and actually maybe create a little bit of foliage against this back wall. Would look nice, I think, because we've got some nice planters here. We've got ones like this, which I think will look good as a nice sort of solid flower bed along the back here. Sink it down in a bit, because you know, zoos like this, they would put a bit of effort into trying to make the habitat nice for the animals. You know, they would try and create a bit of sort of natural looking habitat. So I think they probably would do this kind of thing. In fact, I know they would. I've seen zoos do this kind of thing, where they would try and do a bit of planting. I'm just going to do that to there. This is all backstage, remember, so it doesn't matter if it pokes through the wall there. So yeah, they would do this and try and fill in some, you know, get some plants in, and just try and create a bit of a jungly sort of atmosphere for the animals. Right, what do we got that goes in here? The lobster plant I do really like. See, that just looks cool, doesn't it? Okay, so let's get a few of these in. I'm not going to worry too much of these things. They're all sort of poking through the walls. Don't mind that really. It's not a big issue. It's the overall effect is what we're going for here. Right, is that? It's not precisely lining up, but it's fine. So let's just get a whole load of these in. And then I will find some other nice bits as well. Good, okay, that's that. Actually, you know, I might even get, was that a medium one? It was. No, let's leave that for now then. Let's get some ferns, maybe, kind of underneath like this. Might just have to adjust them a little bit actually. Hang on, if I can click on them. Yeah, some of them are, yeah, they're kind of floating out the front a little bit, aren't they? And in fact, they are a little bit raised up. Not too fussed about that, but I don't really want things to be floating. It's always awkward with some of these plants. They don't always touch the floor properly when you want them to. But the idea with this, I mean, it provides a bit of interest for the animal, but it also provides a little bit of interest for people as well. You know, as human beings, we like greenery, don't we? It's good for our minds. Okay. What else have we got? Palms. What was that? Unfortunately, I don't think there's particularly small palms. I could probably fit one or two of these in actually. If I get this, yeah. See, I can put that in, and that back leaf disappears into the wall. But I'm okay with that. All right, let's get another one there. And if I can turn it so it looks a bit different. Maybe just lean it outwards a little bit. Again, I know the leaf disappears into the wall. It really doesn't bother me at all. And in fact, let's just get one more of them over here as well. See, that time it does bother me because it's poking through a bit wrong. There we go, that's good. Nice. Yep, good. That's starting to look nice. I do love these ones. If you sink these down, hang on, let's get rid of all of that. If you sink them down without that, look at that. That creates a lovely little bushy plant. Really like that. Look at that. That's fantastic. And I can fill all these gaps here with this little guy. That looks really nice and jungly, doesn't it? Absolutely love that plant. You've really got to be adapting these plants to sort of suit what you want in a particular area. I mean, I don't mind actually having one maybe a bit taller. I mean, kind of fill that gap there with it. Looks kind of cool, doesn't it? Don't mind that. In fact, I might even do another one just here as well. Have one coming up out of there. Oh yes, look at that. That's looking nice. Yeah, really good plants though, especially that one. I mean, look at that. I mean, it's a great looking plant like that, but if you sink that down, it creates a whole new looking plant, doesn't it? Really good. Okay, that's good. I'm happy with that. I don't want to go over the top. I don't mind seeing the troughs underneath, and I don't mind seeing some of the soil as well. I think that just looks nice. It just covers some of the back wall, gives the animals a bit of interest as well. Brilliant. Okay, right, let's have a look at enrichment for the dwarf caiman. What do we have? Wow, there's all sorts actually. I didn't realise there was so much that they could use. No, I'm never going to be able to fit that anywhere, am I? That's a shame. However, We do have a nice rubbing mat here. I know that's a feeding one actually, isn't it? Yeah, restraint feeder. So let's get that in there. I just messed up that floor there a little bit. I wonder, let's just see if I can put that down without attaching it to that scenery piece, whether that, yeah, it's still going to mess it up. I'll just try in a couple of different places to see if I can find a spot. Yeah, no, I can't. Okay, I mean it's not the end of the world, is it? But I am a bit of a perfectionist. I don't really want it messing up like that. Let's just, there we go. Good, that's better. Assuming that it's accessible. Yes, it is. Good. Right, what else have we got? I like the idea of a little pumpkin over here, I reckon, so people can watch it through that window there. Oh, hang on. Oh, is that glowing red? Okay, there we go. You can go there. Good. Hopefully that's accessible. Accessible, yes, good. Oh, they definitely need a rubber duck, don't they? I can't have a water area without a rubber duck in it. Nice. And I'm never going to fit a water feeder in, am I? I don't think. I don't know. I'm not sure how deep it needs to go, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, not deep enough. No, I didn't think it would be. That's fine. I don't mind. I want to give him a beach ball. I mean, what self-respecting dwarf caiman wouldn't want to play with a beach ball? Let's get a block of fish in there. Let's get a beach ball in over here. Just try and give them as much variety as possible, because at the moment they're not coming up on the land at all. But here we go. Look, we have our first little caiman up on the land now because he's probably coming for his pumpkin. Food and water, yeah. So I'm tempted to actually give him a proper food tray up here as well. I think would look good. Inaccessible. Accessible, good. Whew. That was scaring me for a second there. Let's just check all of these as well, actually. Except I can't. That one doesn't say. So hard to click on these things. I wish it was done like if you had these highlighted, like the enrichment items, and then you clicked on a thing like this, it automatically selected the enrichment item as opposed to anything else. That'd be nice. Never mind. Accessible. Good. Everything is accessible. That is what we want. And our little caiman here is using his blood pumpkin now. Hopefully the food tray is going to get used. Are you feeding? No, they don't need feeding at the moment. Okay, that's fine. Inspecting other things. Fine. Good. Right, so our caiman, yeah, look, we've got another one coming up to the shore here now as well. Brilliant. Good. I like that. That's their land area looking much better. Oh, look, we've got one having some fish over here now as well. This is great because they weren't coming up on the land at all before. Look, he's going to go play with his little beach ball. Got another one coming up here. Brilliant. So now I need to look at this bridge, don't I? Because clearly this needs some good decorating. So let's start off with the surface. I'm thinking I want it to look wooden, which is always tricky with this sort of thing. When you want to try and build a sort of a custom bridge, it is never very easy, unfortunately. Hang on, let's do it like this. So I'm hoping, because it's 4 foot wide, oh sorry, 4 meters wide, or whatever the thing is. So I'm hoping this will work perfectly. If I can lay this down just above that surface like that. It's actually too long, but I'll cover that up probably because I'm going to have more beams along the edges. So I want that to come all the way out to there. something like that. So let's combine these. So I'm working in a group, and let's get copying and pasting, and this is just going to cover the whole of the bridge. The easiest way to do this is just keep copying and pasting, and then get your whole selection, reselect the whole thing, do it again. So every time you do it, you're doubling the amount of stuff that you've got until you get to this sort of stage where you've got loads, and then it's quite easy to finish it off. Okay, right, I think those 4 can go. Actually, I think that one can go. Oh, that's a bit of a shame, isn't it? I tell you what, let's just make this last one just a little bit bigger. That's absolutely fine. Just lower that down a tiny bit. Right, and then we want to cover up these steps as well. So again, I will just bring that down like that so it covers it. And then same again, just very delicate so people's ankles aren't disappearing, hopefully. Actually, it seems to be going at a bit of an angle now. Or was that in my imagination? It would really help if all these people weren't here. Yeah, look at that. Somehow this is gone at an angle. I don't know how that's happened. But that is nowhere close to being straight. You'd probably find, unfortunately, that the pathway might have actually gone at an angle, because I definitely had angle snap on. But there we go, it's fine. We can work around these little problems. Good. I was going to put another bit of wood actually sort of on the upside under here, but actually it makes sense, I think, to leave that looking concrete, because that makes it look like that's the sort of the structure of the steps, and this is the decoration. Here we go. Let's get that to there, and then let's just see. I might just get a couple at the bottom as well, just to finish off that step like that, and right the way out to there. I really wish I hadn't let people into this area. Never mind. There we go. That's looking good. And then obviously the edge needs something as well, but that will be done in a minute. Wow, these people are really getting in the way now. Go away, everyone. Getting on my nerves. Right, it's fine. I can work through people's legs. It's all good. Oh, that top one's not quite right. I just need to maneuver that, don't I? I'll do that in a second. Let me just get these ones in first. And probably down the side I will use some thick beams, I think. Some of my favourite pieces. Can't actually see the rest of the steps, but I think I'm doing okay. I do like doing this sort of thing because the in-game stuff is fine, but it's not always what you want. So it is kind of fun doing your own detailing like this. It's a bit time consuming, but I think ultimately the time is time well spent. I think the end result is good. You kind of get that satisfaction of it looking customized. Yeah. Something like that. Actually, I just need to lower that a tiny bit. Or indeed possibly raise it a little bit. There we go. Yeah, so this one here as well just needs to come over a tiny bit like that. Good. Okay, that's our little step sorted out at least. I then need to go along the side. So we've got the dark wood, which I do quite like because it's a nice contrast to that. But let me just see what else we've got. That's not really thick enough or dark enough. I like the contrast with the darkness. Yeah, let's go with that. Let's go with, well, my favourite piece. As you know, I use this piece a lot. Whoops, I need the angle snap on. Let's try that again. Right, not entirely sure how I'm going to do this bit. I basically just need it so that it covers everything up. So I'm thinking, let's take it right out over the edge like that. Nice and big and chunky is basically what I'm going for. Again, I don't mind if you see the concrete underneath, because that's, again, it's realistic that it would have a nice solid base. So I don't mind that. Oh, it's not quite gonna, hang on, where do I need to take that to? It needs to go to about there. Oh, that's kind of annoying, isn't it? Okay, I'll tell you what, let's just bring that in, and then let's line that up a bit better. Okay, I think that's going to be fine. Probably, I think this will work if I can just keep it simple down the sides here. Let's see, is the angle actually going to cover it? I think it is. Wow, miracles do happen. I think actually I might need to feel that angle a bit. Let's just have a look. Yeah, it's not, I think I might, yeah, I might just if I can bring that up a bit more like that, get rid of the angle snap, and maybe just bring that down like that. Yeah, that looks really good. Okay, and then hopefully I can just bring that across like so. Good. Right, and then let's see, let's keep the angle snap on. If I can be clever, snap that all the way around and bring it across, and hopefully it'll be the perfect angle to cover this side as well. Pretty much. Actually, it just needs to drop a little bit, I think. Not sure why, but it's just a little bit higher on this side. There we go, that looks better. Good. It's covering it up, and it stops just short of the glass there as well, which is nice. Great, that's that. Now, what sort of banisters do I want? I was thinking wood, but actually I like maybe a nice mesh. Let me just have a look at the mesh. Yeah, let's just get something on and see what it looks like, whether I can use that combined with some sort of wooden edge, because you obviously don't want anyone to be able to walk over it. Probably a bit too tall like that, but maybe like that. Okay, let's do that, and then let's go back to our beams. Maybe something like this, or is that going to be too thick? Right, let's just try it. Let's see if that's going to copy well. It does copy well. What do we think? Let's just stand back and have a look. Yeah, I think that's quite nice actually. Let's keep going and see what the effect is once it's all completed. And of course the hope is that it lines up perfectly, which of course it doesn't, but that's fine. I can fiddle it a bit by doing that, kind of overlapping it at the end here. And then hopefully I can just cover that end up like that. I think that's right, because it was yeah, I overlapped at that end as well, so that's absolutely fine. Okay, then I somehow need to get it copied in this direction as well. So I'm thinking something like that, and down again, try and kind of line this up. I don't know if I can exactly line it up, but as close as I can. Oh no, hang on, it's not touching down there, is it? So that's going to have to drop right down. I don't know why people are skirting the edge of the pathway like that. That's kind of annoying. Actually, yeah, that looks okay. And then hopefully I can get one of these in the middle here. Something like that. Probably just, yeah, gonna have to sink that down as well. Just create another one there. And then along to the end. People, get out of my way. Please, remove yourselves. Yeah, that'll work nicely actually, if I can get that up to there. Yeah, just again, just sink it down, cover that gap in at the bottom. Beautiful, look at that. Okay, do the same here, and then the hope is that I can just highlight all of this side and copy it over to the other side of the bridge as well. Let's see, something like that. That's going to have to just come over a bit like that. There we go. And then this can go, probably needs to be right on there, doesn't it? Like so. And then over to the end, let's just lift that up to where we want it. How did it look on this side? Was it overlapping the end of the beam? I don't know, because I can't see. Yes, it was. It was overlapping the ends. So let's do the same on this side if I can. Try and make it look fairly similar at least. Doesn't have to be exactly symmetrical. That's not a problem. There we go. What do we think? Yeah, that's going to look good. Right, so now I've got the tricky task of basically I've got to highlight the whole thing and then unhighlight all of that. Let's try that. So I'm hoping I can just copy this straight over here, get it lined up in the right place. Okay, so that's, yeah. Let's have a look. It's just to the inside of that, so I'll probably just need to bring the whole thing over a tiny bit. Yeah, a little bit more like that, I reckon. So you've got that tiny little gap there. And over this way, it's just in from the edge of the wood there. Let's go for it. And there we go. It's a nice wide path as well, so you can fit plenty of people along it. I think that barrier looks nice. It looks strong. It looks the right sort of height, so people aren't going to jump over it. But you can still see through it. Yeah, I like that. That's worked out pretty nicely. Do I need to do any more detailing on the ends? I'm pretty happy with the ends, I think. Yeah, that all kind of blends in nicely actually with the glass there. This bit here, I've got a little gap here, so I'll definitely need to do something on that. But then I needed to anyway, because this whole piece here needs some work on it. So that's fine, that will get done at some point. But yeah, there we go. That's kind of that done. I do want to add on information boards and things like that as well for each habitat. and some of them could even be stood sort of inside here, couldn't they, for people to stand out here and read. But I've obviously got lots of wall space around here as well, so I'll do some snack machines as well, things like that. We'll get benches down in places. So there's still an awful lot to do, is what I'm getting at. there's a lot still to do in this habitat. Well, in all these habitats, I should say. Good. Our food tray is being used, so hopefully our caiman aren't hungry anymore. Actually, where are they all? Are they all in the water again? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, good. And hopefully all well fed, all swimming around. Nice. Let's just see what people are thinking, shall we? The red fox is still the best, most appealing habitat, which is good. Zoo feels small. That's a shame. But there's no other there's no more negative thoughts going on. It is just that it feels small, but that's fine. I can't do much about that. I'll tell you what I'm going to do actually. I'm just going to come into our settings here and limit the number of people, which I'm pretty sure I haven't done, which I probably should have. Hang on. Oh, I did set it and then I forgot to click limit number of guests. Whoops. Oh, honestly, I'd be dangerous if I had a brain. Right, anyway, there we go. Good. So yeah, I'm going to do more detailing. I'm really happy with what I've done today, though. This is looking really nice in here now. It's one of those things. I'll do that, and then I'll move on to the next habitat, and then I'll probably come back to this one and do some more. I want to kind of jump around a little bit. Keeps things interesting for me. Keeps things interesting for you as well. And you can't always come up with all your ideas at once. Sometimes you just need to move around and then come back, and you'll spot something and go, oh yes, it needs that and it needs this. So generally that's how I operate. Great. Let's just see, has that been used yet? No, it hasn't. That's kind of annoying. Hopefully they'll get around to using that at some point. Actually, let's just see our staff traversable area. Yeah, good. They can get to it. Great. Right, I'm going to leave the episode there. Thank you very much for joining me. I do hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you have, you could hit the like button for me. That would be fantastic. And please do join me in the next episode as well, where I will continue stuff in here. I don't know what. I might move on to one of these other habitats, although I'm probably going to leave the outside areas till last. I want to sort of work on the indoors bit. So maybe I'll come over and look at our crocodile, because he needs a whole load of work done in here as well. So yeah, maybe I'll have a look at him next. But yeah, we'll see what I fancy doing at the time. Brilliant. So thank you very much. I will hopefully see you soon. Until then, do take care of yourselves, and goodbye for now. Yeah. See ya.